Good morning, everybody. Dunham Stewart, South Bay Brokers here in downtown Hermosa Beach. Another beautiful day on Pier Avenue. We're going to look at some national numbers compared to some local numbers on existing home sales, existing homes for sale, so inventory. This is a national chart just released by the National Association of Realtors. This shows the existing homes for sale and how it's trended down from a high in 2008 and then all the way down here to the kind of almost the end of 2014. We're just below 2.5 million. We're as high as 4 million. So you can see that you keep hearing about the inventory being exceedingly low, and this shows that on a national level of existing homes for sale. So let's look at our local markets. The red is Manhattan Beach, the yellow's South Redondo, Hermosa's the blue, and the green's North Redondo. You can see that these are very similar, although their peak in inventories changed a little bit. Manhattan's came in 09. The peak in Redondo came back in 08, more similar to the national. The peak in Hermosa also 09. So you can see, though, the trend down has been almost identical to the national numbers. You can see the total numbers are obviously very low to start with. Even at the highest inventory levels in Manhattan Beach, there was only barely 250 properties on the market. That's out of a total of about 10,000 dwellings that could be sold. In Hermosa Beach, that peak was about 125 of a total of maybe 8 or 9,000. And similar in Redondo. You can see, though, we've had a little bump up in inventory. This is very much needed. There's probably a balancing going on with price and demand. However, our sales have been good. They've been a little slower in numbers this year, but I think that's really more a function of our inventory levels than a function of our demand. Here's a share of investors, all cash buyers. The gray is the percentage of national purchases that were all cash. You can see that's coming down. The number that were investors, that's also coming down. Again, this is positive news to allow the traditional home buyer getting a loan, buying their first home, putting 20% down. This is needed, so this is helpful to our market. Sales price of existing homes, you can see this is again national level, how it got up in the 04 to 07 range, dropped so quickly, and is coming back. Still not at the peak, but making a more traditional rise, if you will. Here's our sales comparison for the beach cities. This is 08 through 14. These are the amount of sales January through August, and then September through December. You can see going over to the right the total sales for the year and how much that increased from 08 up into 2012 and 13 in Manhattan Beach. We're going to be about a total of about 400-ish in Manhattan Beach. We're going to probably have 100, 120 sales in the last 4 months of the year. And then be a little bit down on sales, again more on availability of property than demand. Similar numbers in Manhattan Beach on percentage basis. We're going to be probably a total of about 200, 210 or 15, so off about 10% in total sales. Interesting, you always hear people talk about the sales going down in numbers through the end of the year. Well, certainly it is the case around the holidays, that 1-2 week period. The total sales for the last 4 months of the year are very much just a third of the year, 29% to 38%, similar in Manhattan Beach. So don't be swayed that there aren't any sales that take place at the end of the year. Here's North Redondo and South Redondo, again very similar, probably going to be a total of about 520, 500 in that neighborhood for sales for the year, just off a little less than 10% in total sales, although the dollar volume's up because of the increase in prices. Similar in South Redondo Beach as well. So I hope, again, this gives you some perspective as you look at your options available out there, understand what's going on in the market. If you need any help, give me a call. Dunham Stewart, South Bay Brokers, 310-200-5283.